Hi guys, I'm Dave in real life and welcome to today's Unmissable. In today's video we're going to take a look at how I would book John Cena's pipe bomb from last night's SmackDown. Yeah, the SmackDown wasn't the greatest of shows, but certainly the last segment of the night did change it a little bit. And yeah, this would see the main event of John Cena versus Ronda Truth Killings. Yeah, this match kind of was a bit of a letdown, to be quite honest with you. John Cena did just leave the match halfway through, grabbed his title, was leaving to go back to the dressing room. R-Truth did follow. What we ended up with is John Cena hitting R-Truth with that championship belt, causing a DQ finish. Really wasn't about the finish to this match at all, to be fair. They could have done a double count out, to be all honest, and it wouldn't have made any difference. But this would bring out CM Punk, who would chase John Cena down to the ring. And yeah, John Cena did get the up hand in the end and finally put CM Punk through a table, which is an instant callback to, obviously, the original pipe bomb, which is this was all they were setting up, to be quite honest with you. John Cena got up on the top rope, sat down with microphone in hand and started delivering the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth about CM Punk. Yeah, obviously there was certain points in this pipe bomb which kind of hit home. The mention of Claudio Castagnoli of AEW. Matt Cardona also got mentioned. Obviously, he accused CM Punk of being a TKO bitch boy. Well, not in so many words, but he pretty much said, you're no longer the voice of the voiceless. Now you're a millionaire. You're the anticipus of what TKO are looking for. And yeah, this CM Punk, I've got to admit, this laid down, soaked it all up. Obviously, this was planned. This wasn't like the original pipe bomb where I feel that some of what he was saying back in the day hit home because it wasn't planned, it wasn't rehearsed. I feel that this was, and a lot of this was preempted by CM Punk and Cena beforehand. Yeah, to be honest, how I would have put this would have been completely different. I wouldn't have name dropped Claudio and Matt Cardona. I feel that they were the safer options here. I feel we could have gone a little bit deeper than that. Obviously, I don't know how far WWE could have done this legally without a little bit of a lawsuit, but I would have certainly have mentioned somebody hanging in a jungle. Hangman Adam Page, of course, and Jack Perry. I'd have tried to skirt around how you were having problems with that prehistoric boy and overzealous cowboy. They could have done something where they'd have skirted around it. I mean, yeah, but totally just mentioning Adam Page and Jack Perry would have just done the trick, personally. And yeah, I just think there was a missed opportunity right at the very end of the promo where, yeah, this is going to be you at the end of Night of Champions, like you are now. Cry me a river. It was just prime. It was just there for the taking. I'm sure there's no legal action they could have took against WWE for using Cry Me a River, but they could have done that and they didn't. And yeah, I feel that was a big, massive missed opportunity. I feel that John Cena could have done a lot worse. It was okay, but how I would have booked it would have been like that. I would have mentioned Hangman. I'd have probably mentioned some of the backstage controversy at AEW. I would have certainly skirted around it, definitely, just to give it a little bit more realism. I kind of felt like we didn't quite scratch the surface of this in this promo. It's very tame, very WWE. And yeah, for me, it worked. It was a nice little callback to the original pipe bomb. Obviously, we are setting up John Cena, CM Punk for Night of Champions this coming weekend. So it kind of made sense that we did a bit of a retread. But yeah, they just could have gone a little bit more. Just felt that they could have tipped it over that edge a little bit more. And we would have not only had a good segment, we'd have had a legendary segment. We'd have had something to truly talk about this Saturday morning. But yeah, I digress. This did finish a quite average SmackDown. I did put it as mid. There wasn't really much to talk about here. Some great matches, I'm not going to lie, but it was just marred by really boring segments, promos that didn't make any sense. God knows why we needed the cheerleader moment between Cody, Sami, Randy Orton, and of course Jey Uso. I think the old Jey Uso thing is just overrated now. The yeeting thing is just a great way of passing 5 minutes of absolutely doing nothing. It's great for audience participation. It should be done during the ad break. You know, when we go off to either USA ads or Netflix ads, we should just do it then. Doing it as we are live and watching at home, not great. Got to admit, it's starting to lose any kind of gravity. That word. It's just starting to get a little bit boring and looks a little bit like filler. So yeah, there's just lots of stuff. I think the Jacob Fatu Solo Sikoa, that looks interesting. There was a match made online on exclusive, so we're getting Julia versus Zelina Vega next week on SmackDown. No mention of that on the show, but honestly, if you go onto WWE Twitter, it is there, and they're having a match next week. So SmackDown next week, it's coming from Riyadh. It is obviously the last SmackDown before Night of Champions, and the show absolutely looks stacked. We've got the Wyatts getting a tag team match as my phone buzzes. Thank you, phone. That was the Wyatt 6. Let me know that I should mention them. Then we've got Tiffany going up against... Is it Tiffy time? Yeah, Tiffy time versus Nia Jax in a last woman standing match. Yeah, and then obviously the Zelina Vega Julia match as well. So we've got loads of matches happening next week, which is going to be quite cool. But none of them this week. So you could have done with something to do with Julia on the show tonight, to be honest. But anyway, I digress. I give it a mid, which would equate to a 5.5 if I was rating it properly. Let me know what you thought of the John Cena pipe bomb in the comment section below. What would you have had Cena say to really sell this pipe bomb? Would you have gone Cry Me a River? Would you have gone somewhere else with CM Punk? I mean, honestly, I feel they could have gone a little bit harsher with this and give it a little bit more of a reality check. But yeah, they kept it safe. Not too down on it. Quite enjoyed the fact that they did a recall. But yeah, could have done a little bit more. So how I would have booked John Cena's pipe bomb. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I've been Dave in Real Life Wrestling. You guys have been awesome. Until the next time. Bye for now.